Hi, welcome. I'm Amber. It is 6:46 in the morning and we are going to be filming a day in the life of a freelance editor for you guys. I have not done one of these, I think, in about 2-ish years. I think it's been that long. I've been trying to get her on camera all morning. It's not working. Already had the coffee. It is actually next door. And we're gonna bring you with me. Don't really have a whole lot going on. Do have a couple more Fiverr videos that I want to get up in regards to the onboarding course that I took as a new Fiverr Pro seller. Because I think a lot of people who are struggling on Fiverr are going to be really upset at what was told to us as new pro sellers to really get ahead in the game, because it's pretty much rehashed of everything you've ever heard. So all of the OG Fiverr Pro sellers have already been helping us, and if you weren't taking them seriously, that's why you're not getting ahead. So, but today we are working on a copy edit. It's hard to say the page numbers because as you edit, that was my shoe falling, as you edit, the page length is going to get longer. So I had done the math where if I get through 110 pages a day, I'll have it done in 3 days. I know that's a lot for a lot of copy editors, but I am on Fiverr, and so there's a very strict turnaround time, and I don't get a heads up for it. So yesterday we got through 95 pages, so today we need to get to page 220 to kind of be on track. And that's also going to be page 220 based on where it's at now. So if I end up writing, my notes in there and it adds pages, I have to do that extra 5 or so pages that probably gets added. So we will be doing that, and yeah, so just come along with me, and you'll kind of see how long it takes me to do this project. The beta reads take about 4 to 5 hours on average. The copy edits, depending on the manuscript, can take me 25 hours. It could take me 15. Most of my clients who come to me for copy edits, I've already done beta reads for them or developmental edit reads, so I don't have to read it twice like I do with like a brand new manuscript coming to me for copy edits. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, hi. It is the next day, and we got through about, gosh, can you hold the camera, Amber? We got through the 110 pages that we needed to. I do want to say that the edits I'm making on this book, this is an outlier. Most of the books I work on have about 2,000, maybe 2,500 comments, and this particular client, I always end up doing 9,000 plus. So I think that is something that I also really want to get started my website for. Is I've seen Katie Wismer, she did this back when she did freelance editing, where for every X amount of mistakes she had to correct, she would charge an additional fee because the time it's taking me to get this done is so much longer than my other clients. I even mentioned to one client that I was working on this, and she was very sweet. She and I have worked together like half a dozen times at least, and she was very kind, and she's like, do you need to push it back? Like, you can turn mine in late. I was like, no, just got to get through this one, and then I can get to yours. But I also know she's excited because she's sending me another manuscript right after it. I don't know how she writes them so fast, but then I think I also used to write that fast, so maybe that's what it is. But yeah, so it is exhausting, but it is the next day. It is now Friday. It is, I don't know, 8:15 in the morning. I have not been sleeping well. That's my finger. Hold on. I started
I got back on the medication and it jacked me up, so we had to like half my dosage. Like, me and my husband chose to do it. Like, I haven't seen my doctor. And I'm just not sleeping, which is not like me. I am someone who gets 9 hours of sleep a night, and right now I'm getting like 4 or 5 sometimes. And I'm like, I don't know what to do about that. So we are gonna knock out that project because it is due tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. All my work is done on Fiverr, so it was a very strict deadline. It's not just like, oh, on this date. No, it has to be by like 8:32 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna get that done. I have another beta read that's actually due on Tuesday, so I'll probably start working on that on Saturday, give myself Saturday full day break, and then knock out that beta read probably by Monday afternoon, and then that'll give me Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to work on that second copy edit. And then the reason I'm working so fast on that second copy edit is because Life of a Showgirl comes out on October 3rd. So I'm going over to hang out with my aunts and my sister, and we're going to listen to the album when it drops. And I know I will not be doing anything productive like Thursday night, Friday, during the whole day. So I'm trying to get that done because I have a book coming out in November that really needs to get work done. I was actually working on it really well Tuesday, and then Wednesday hit, and I realized how intensive this copy edit was going to be. So now we're doing that. So, like I said, it is all written. There's just some pieces that I really want to polish up because the unpublished pieces are all politically charged, and I want them to be as updated as possible while still referencing things that happened a year ago, because that's how long I've been working on these poems. It is shorter because I think I talked about it on a YouTube post that it was about 170 pages. Probably going to end up being around 160 because there are some that reading through it sound like repetitive or too much like another one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut those. I might share those during like marketing time just because you won't find them anywhere else, so you can find them on my Instagram. But that's going on, so let me go jump back into it and I will update you guys as I go. Okay, so it is Saturday morning. I am gonna sit down, put this whole video together, but I am completely fried, brain-wise. So most of my copy edits, as I mentioned in the last clip, don't tend to see that many comments and revisions. So just, if you are a writer and you're really nervous, like if you think you have bad grammar, I highly recommend using things like Grammarly and Pro Writing Aid, simply for like punctuation and spelling. And then the biggest thing is consistency, especially if you're writing a fantasy or science fiction, is to go through and look up a name, especially if it's a name you made up, and find if there's any additional iterations of it, change them all to one. Because that is another big thing that takes up time, and it can be really confusing to the reader if, like, for instance, you're self-publishing and you don't catch it. The reader's going to be confused because now there's a completely different name than what we've been hearing this whole time. But otherwise, I am going to go ahead and get this video up. I was trying to have this up on like Thursday or Friday morning, and it just did not happen. I did not have the bandwidth for that. I do still have, as I mentioned, a Fiverr video. I want to sit down and talk about cemetery books. We need to crank out some heavy numbers. I'm not going to hit 41,000 for this month because I think I'm still at 15,000 because I had so much work to do after my medication mishap messed me up for about 5 days. So we're gonna go ahead and get this video up and then hopefully go back to more Amber Autumn stuff going on. But I figured if I'm gonna be working this much on my editing, I might as well make a video because I think that was like one of my more popular videos. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I always forget this, but if you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, share, all the clicky button things. Really helps support the channel. We're about to hit 500 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. Thank you so much to everyone who watches and who stuck around, and especially everyone who leaves comments. I love answering comments, especially on videos like this, because all of my Fiverr intensive ones tend to be like bot and spam, where they're like, oh, I'll help you get more sales. It's like, sir, I have too many sales. Stop sending me sales. Or it's like, I'll help your YouTube SEO. No thanks, this is not the time or place, but thank you, appreciate it. But I hope you guys have a great week, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go